league going at it today, Graham. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, BA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
I'll look at Cleveland's opening lineup. We've got Jeremy Grant, Derek White out there with Ayo Dosunmu. Then it's Alexander Sarr, and it's Davis in at power forward. Now here's Suggs. Curry, he's open, and that one's on target from the wing.
Well, defending Curry before he catches the ball is so important. He's got such a quick release.
White against Suggs. Grant outside, just 5 on the clock. Sarr, and the layup is good off the glass.
Yeah, in the lane there. I mean, that's easy money for Sarr.
Now Suggs. Outside Curry. Lets the three fly. Sarr pulls it in. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Davis finds White. Pulls up. The rebound by the Wizards.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Tim, when you think of versatile utility forwards in this league, Jeremy Grant fits the mold.
Well, he came into the league as just a hustle player, Brian, but then he worked to enhance his skill level. He has been a quality player on both ends for over a decade.
Here's Dosunmu, following the three-pointer by Washington. Puts up a three. White can't hit.
And that's not exactly the matchup they were looking to exploit there.
Pass to Curry. Three-pointer. And the Wizards with another three. Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Dosunmu outside. Cleveland working the ball around now. There's Davis with the three. And another miss by Cleveland.
Well, he was hoping to respond with a three of his own. He just couldn't get it to go.
It's Suggs with a drive. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Big but quick. Suggs so powerful off the drive.
Pass to Davis. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Hey, I know AD can step outside, but when he operates around the hoop, it really breaks down the defense.
McDaniels, a screen on White. Pass to Curry. Fires for three. It's hauled in by White. Cavaliers trail by 3. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Derek White is an impact player, but is he a star in this league? White said, I'm not into labels, I just know whatever the team needs, I'm ready to do it. And what does this team want from him? He said, be aggressive, don't defer, and hearing that from great players, it just gives you confidence. Guys, back to you.
An impact player. Thank you, Allie. A tremendously mobile 7-footer. Great defensive upside, Tim, for Alex Sarr.
And he's still working on his offensive game, BA, but he has the potential to be a disruptive defensive force with his length and agility.
Now here's Davis. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Grant outside. Pass to Davis. And he banks in the layup. Davis has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Well, I'd watch him the rest of the game because he is seeing a lot of shots drop.
White against Suggs. Here's McDaniels. Washington again can't hit. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Suggs, the pass to Curry to halt the run. Washington again can't hit.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Davis finds Grant. Back to Davis. Jones with some nice D. The Wizards trail by 3. White with the steal. To the middle. Here's Sarr. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, defensively, against a young guy like Sarr, his size and energy can be overpowering.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Timeout on the floor.
A different look for Cleveland. Johnson, he's checked in for Grant. And Pritchard is subbed in for White. And he drops him first. And Tim, you played your longest stretch with this Washington franchise. How hungry are these fans for sustained success?
Yeah, there's been some lean years and unfortunately only one banner. Going back to 1978, they are committed to a rebuild in hopes of better times ahead.
And so it's Cleveland with it, following the three-pointer by Washington. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Jones. Drains the three while he's being fouled. And he might be able to make this a four-point play.
And continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
A different look for Cleveland. Adams comes in for Sarr. And it's Champagnie in for Dosunmu.
Well, you think about the big guys in this league that can do it all. Anthony Davis is one of those names that'll come to mind. When he's healthy, he is one of the best.
Now here's Pritchard. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to go on Jalen Suggs. Cleveland shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Ellis is checked in for the Cavaliers. Pritchard hits them both.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Outside Curry. Three-pointer. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
And we've seen this so many times. A hot start by Curry. And once he gets rolling like this, there's not much the defense can do.
Pritchard from outside.
And at the buzzer, count it! Just textbook. Kept his cool and waited for his shot.
That's just great awareness. One eye on the clock, one eye on the hoop.
And so it's Cleveland with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. What has them in front right now? If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
On the court right now for Cleveland, we've got Steven Adams. Johnson is out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Champagnie at the three. Pass to Vukcevic. Shot clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get off a shot from deep. Johnson, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And it's clear Johnson is comfortable handling more responsibility on offense. Love the confidence there.
Now here's Strus. The three is up. Rebounded by Johnson. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. To the paint. Here's Adams, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, they did a great job putting a body on him, and they didn't allow him to convert.
Right side, Strus. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. And pushing it up. Here's Cleveland. Here's Johnson. The layup off target.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Here's Holiday. Cavaliers with a rebound. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
They kept the game close, but made a lot of mistakes. And we heard about it from the coaching staff afterward.
Very few positives to take away from that game. I know it's one they're going to want to put behind them.
Right side, Strus. Shoots. Washington again can't hit.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
He's He's in his comfort zone, 2 for 2 to start this one. And as we start up the NBA Cup, let's explain to our viewers how the groups are formed.
Sure thing, B.A. First, you only play teams from your conference. The groups are drawn based off of last year's standings, so they try to keep it even in terms of quality of team.
Three-pointer, Holiday gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Well, we know Holiday can do damage from outside the arc, which is why the defense has to be right up on him.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And it's a completely new group for Washington. And the Cavaliers will go for a different look here. Sar's checked in for Adams. Anthony Davis comes in for Vukcevic. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Champagnie. And it's White in for Johnson. Sar with it, now guarded by McDaniels. Davis misses. The Wizards trail by 8. The three from Curry. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Pritchard finds Davis. Grant outside. Sar with a screen on Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Inside. And finished off by Sar.
Every time I watch Sar, I'm just amazed at how light off the floor he is.
The Wizards have gone 1 for 6 in the second quarter. Not great. And it's 6'10" with almost a 7.5-foot wingspan. Is Anthony Davis better at the 5 position, Tim?
Well, B.A., he's versatile enough certainly to handle either spot, but he's made it clear he wants to play the 4, and given his injury history, I get where he's coming from.
Davis misses. Washington has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Suggs, the pass to Curry. Jackson, the screen. Releases. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Now just a 5-point Cavalier lead.
Well, that's something, fortunately, I never had to do. Defend Steph in pick and roll. I don't know what the defense is supposed to do.
Back to Pritchard. White on the wing. He's covered by Curry. Fires from the wing. Rebounded by Suggs. And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. Curry's shot is off. Sar with it. He's picked up by Jones. Sar passes to Pritchard. Back to Sar. Cleveland working the ball around now. Here's Grant. And he was fouled while in the... And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
And even with the coach's challenge,
The previous play is under review. 2 shots.
still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
so they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Yeah, they're winning despite his offensive performance. He just hasn't been sharp from the field.
Left side, Pritchard. It's rebounded by Washington. And this matchup with the Cavaliers, it's their first meeting of the season. Outside Curry. Outside McDaniels. This one for 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. Sar's got a rebound, number 5 here tonight. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Oh, Curry stretching the limits. Wow, what a shot.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Davis against McDaniels. 12 seconds left in the second quarter. Shot clock at 5. Outside Pritchard, and stolen by Suggs. To stop the drought, Pritchard gets it to go. Pritchard's got 9.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Cavaliers ahead, up by 4, and we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, everyone.
I think for the Cavaliers, they've looked okay early on, but it's going to take a lot of work to get this team to the next tier. Plenty of...
And next up, let's take a look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, who seem pretty well matched in their game.
This bench, they've been destructive. High energy, attacking like torpedoes.
Rising from the depths, 20,000 points from under the sea.
I see where you're going, but check this out. Making big waves out there, Ernie.
Ooh, well done. And that's a wrap on halftime.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Wizards trail by 4. Herb Jones out there with McDaniels. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Jalen Suggs. And it's Jackson in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. And the foul on Jaren Jackson. That's his 3rd foul so far.
3rd personal foul. 1st team foul.
White against Suggs. Dosunmu outside. Sarr with a screen on Jones. 5 on the clock. Grant's shot is off. Washington has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Cleveland leading by 4. It's Sarr with a drive. And stolen by Jackson. About a minute played here in the second half. Unloads. Curry, no good.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Well, that happens sometime. Nothing is guaranteed.
And finished off by Davis.
Man, if you don't put a body on Davis, he will destroy you. Second chance points a factor.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Gets the 3 ball to go. Suggs has got 5 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And now a look at last season's most proficient free throw shooters. Stephen Curry, number 1.
This guy is just lights out from the line. He demonstrated that last season and really hurt teams whenever they fouled him.
Wizards Heights Squad.
McDaniels against Davis. And the foul called on Jalen Suggs. That'll be a second foul of the game.
2nd personal foul. 2nd team foul.
And Cleveland has possession. They've led by as many as 11. Sarr with a screen on Suggs. White for 3.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Sarr misses.
Well, it certainly hasn't been a smooth start after the break. Just 1 for 5 here to start the 3rd.
Outside Curry for the tie. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And now the big question, can they sustain the momentum?
Pass to Graham. Davis with a screen on Suggs. Back to Davis. Oh, big man slam by the big man Davis.
Over the years, we've seen a lot of this from Davis, playing above the rim.
Suggs, the pass to Curry. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. And the shot goes.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Davis misses. The Wizards have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this 3rd quarter. Dosunmu with it. Now guarded by Curry. From deep, Sarr. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Sarr's got 10.
If that jumper could become a consistent option for Sarr, he's going to be a dangerous player in this league.
Outside Curry. Yes! And the foul! It's going to be on Anthony Davis.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Tim, does it seem to you that Stephen Curry gets better when the buzzer is approaching?
Well, if that's true of anyone, it's Steph, B.A., a former clutch player of the year. He's very comfortable with the outcome in his hands.
Champagny, he's checked in for Davis. And they call an illegal screen here.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync. You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
McDaniels a screen for the lead. Look at Chef Curry cooking it up inside.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
Here's Sarr, and finished off by Sarr.
And for them to get out in front, it feels like they're going to need him to lead the way.
Outside Curry. On the wing, Suggs. The three. He drops it from range. Suggs has got his third basket on the night right there.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. A big group substitution here for Washington. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Strus comes in for McDaniels. Dort, he's checked in for Jones. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Suggs. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Adams is checked in. Grant against Holiday. Grant, the pass to Adams. Outside for Grant, just two to shoot. And a miss there on the triple.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Caldwell Pope's checked in for Washington. Cleveland also making some changes. Keldon Johnson comes in for Grant, and Pritchard is subbed in for White. Holiday against Pritchard, and it's good for two. Holiday's got 5 now.
And a nice bump for their offense this half. Now shooting over 50% for the game.
DeSumo outside, pass to Champagny. Here's Johnson. Adams a screen. Johnson passes to Adams. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Lou Dort picks one up.
And look at Adams keeping his composure. He doubles down on his inside shot and wins a trip to the charity stripe.
And Cleveland making a change here. Davis is checked in. Outside Strus. There's the triple. Drops in the three. Strus has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Davis. Outside Johnson. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Yeah, great finish from Johnson, leaving no room for error with the slam.
Outside Strus. The three is up. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. He's got 6.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Stephen Curry getting it done for the Wizards. He's been an offensive force. Now with over... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth. They've got Peyton Pritchard. Anthony Davis is out there with Steven Adams. Then there's Johnson, and it's Champagny at the 3, the small forward. Cavaliers trail by 8. Pass to Pritchard. And here's Adams. Now Johnson. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And every year, Johnson seems to get better. His drive to want to be great is admirable.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well during that last break I heard Kenny Atkinson as he talked with his team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Free throw drops for Johnson. So he gets them both. Washington leading by 6. Holiday with the ball. Pass to Strus. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
It's stolen. Here's Caldwell Pope. And it's blocked by Davis.
That is textbook rim protection from Davis. Going after the ball without making contact on the shooter.
60 ticks off the clock here in the 4th. Holiday taking his time here. Pass to Dort. Launches it. The Cavaliers pull it in.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
Johnson takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Johnson's gotten 4 this quarter.
Such a reliable player under the hoop. Johnson, I mean, he wants those close-in shots.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Sar's checked in for Adams. McDaniels, a screen on Johnson. Outside McDaniels. The Wizards with another miss.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Sar passes to Pritchard. Back to Sar. From deep. McDaniels with the rebound. Wizards leading by 4. Outside Curry. And a nice finish on the layup. Curry's got 34.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Outside Davis. McDaniels with the rebound. And Curry's got the ball here for Washington. Takes the 3. The shot no good. Cavaliers trail by 6. If you're just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Pass to Sar. Back to Pritchard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Johnson. And he gets the bucket.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
Now Curry, beyond the arc. Rebounded by Pritchard. Here in the 4th quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. For 3. Suggs rips down the board. Washington leading by 4. Here's Curry. The release. Oh, that was a gimme. Sar with a screen on Curry. On the wing, Davis. Defended by Jackson. Johnson against McDaniels. He launches. Oh, he can't hit it. Washington's got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the 4th. 0 for 4. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
The oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
A different look for Cleveland. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Champagny. DeSumo comes in for Johnson, and Derek White subbed in for Pritchard.
Got to be careful when you guard AD because he knows how to use his body and get himself to the free throw line.
Good on the first. And that narrows the lead down to just 3. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
And by missing that free throw, now a 3 could even the score. Not ideal.
White with it. Jackson in his pocket. Goes again. And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. First free throw is good, and that brings him within 2 here. White hits them both.
In this situation, this is exactly who you want at the line.
Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
And things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Davis pulls it down.
Oh, he is off from deep. Maybe it's time to look for another option.
It's stolen by Curry. McDaniels with it. Now guarded by White. Curry fires. 4-3. Stephen Curry.
This is exactly why they go to him in these spots. These guys believe in his ability to come through in the clutch.
Saw a screen. And it's Davis penetrating.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
Grant, they'd love to milk the clock here.
No question. They're in a great situation right here.
McDaniels outside. Here's Curry. Clock at 6. Oh, Curry just weaving his way through traffic. Still knocks it in.
Well, if you need a big one, just give it to Steph Curry. Got quite a few rings to back that up.
The and one puts a little extra insurance on their lead. What a play.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Lou Dort, he's checked in for Washington. Drew Holiday comes in for Suggs. Grant against Jones. White outside. 15 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Grant! Yes, sir, with the 3.
That is a big-time shot from Grant, the veteran coming through.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, analytics aside, players making important free throws is always valued by their team.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
And so it's Washington who scrapes by with the win. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Stephen, a slow start. Did something feel different for you in the second half?
No, just made some shots. It's really the best explanation I got for you. We got challenged at halftime in terms of getting a little edge around what we were trying to accomplish tonight. It took us a while to really gain momentum in this game.
Well, the adjustments paid off. Congrats on the win.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Stephen Curry.